and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a review on the new NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation and then a pretty well full day wear test. So if you are interested in seeing my thoughts and wear test of the new NYX foundation, then just keep on watching. When I do these videos, I like to go to the site, pull up all of the facts about the foundation, the price, how many shades it comes in, the claims, etc. So on the NYXcosmetics.com site, the foundation retails for $10 American. It is not yet, as I'm filming this, available on the Canadian site. I ordered mine from Ulta and paid for express shipping so that I could get this review up. Available in an inclusive range of 45 truly flattering shades. 45. Interesting. On the site it says view all 43 shades, but here it says 45, so that's interesting. It delivers buildable, medium coverage, and a naturally radiant finish that lasts. This liquid foundation blends like a dream and even works with your skin to help create a smooth, even-toned look. Mine is in the shade Fair, which I think is their lightest neutral, so not their lightest, but I like to go for the lightest neutral, and you get 30 milliliters. In comparison, this is the new NYX Bare With Me foundation tinted skin veil, and this has 27 milliliters. So even though this one kind of appears to be a smaller bottle, you do get 3 milliliters more product in the Born to Glow, which is nice to know. So even though it is kind of compact, you do get a pretty standard amount of product with this. I'm going to first prep my skin with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is my go-to primer. It is what I use all the time when I'm testing out new foundations because I have a really good idea of how this primer works with my skin and how this primer works under foundations. It doesn't change the texture of my skin. It just adds a little bit of hydration, so it's not gonna add any smoothing. It's not gonna smooth my pores. So this is really just a good base after moisturizing to give a little bit more hydration to my dehydrated skin. This is what the shade looks like. The thing I will say with this packaging is it is a little messy. That doesn't really bother me. I like a good squeeze tube applicator. Doesn't have a smell to it. I think it smells very fresh and, if anything, like slightly skincare-y, but not like heavy SPF or anything because there isn't any SPF in here. And I'm going to blend this out with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I did already dampen this, and this is a relatively new one. You can see it's pretty clean. So we're just going to go ahead and bounce this out into the skin and see what kind of coverage we get with it. That coverage does look pretty nice right away. Really easy to blend. So that is how the foundation is looking first applied. I think it looks really, really nice. Looking very luminous and pretty and like natural per se. The testament to me is how a foundation looks right in here because that area is such a trouble area for me. It always looks dry and cakey and textured, and it's looking really nice and smooth in that area. Not sure if you'll be able to tell, but it just looks really smooth and healthy. I feel like my forehead looks really good. Decent shade match. I think it's a pretty good shade match for me for how pale I am. Not too yellow, not too pink. Let's apply a tiny bit more to the cheek area where I have more breakouts and discoloration. So that is how the foundation looks with that second little layer applied to my cheeks. I don't think it added a too much more coverage, but I will say that it built up really nicely. It didn't like make it look any cakier, especially my forehead and this area. I don't know why, but I think it looks really, really pretty and smooth. Now we are going to go on top and apply a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna try and not do so much concealer because I really do want to be able to see what the foundation does on its own, left on its own. You're going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Snow. This is my favorite concealer ever. I'm very comfortable with it, much like the Smashbox Primerizer. So we're just gonna go ahead and blend that out, give a little bit more coverage and some brightening under the eye. So that is how we are looking with the concealer applied on top. I am so impressed with that foundation and that concealer mixed together, especially. I think my skin, my whole face just looks very smooth, seamless, and healthy, and I'm really, really into it. So we're going to see how this interacts with powders because it is so hot out. I will be setting my face in place just so we're giving the foundation a standing chance because it is so incredibly hot out. So for my under eye, I'm going to go in with the Coty Airspun as normal, and then for the rest of my face, cheek area, we're going to go in with MAC Studio Fix in NC15. Again, products that I'm very, very familiar with and comfortable with. And this is how my face is looking all set with powder. It looks so incredibly smooth and healthy and airbrushed. Still see a bit of my scarring there, but that you can pretty much always see. It just looks very even, healthy, smooth. It looks super smooth under here. My forehead area, I think it's looking really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead, do the rest of my makeup as always, and then I will come check back in with you guys to give you my first impression upon finishing my whole face, 10-15 when I finish the rest of my face. I bronzed and highlighted with the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, and then I did brows with the ABH Dip Brow, and then my lip is the new Rimmel Lip Art Graphic Liner and Liquid Lipstick in Vibes. I will have a full swatches, demo, application video on these. I picked up 4 out of the 6 shades that they came out with, so look out for that. I should have that up within the next week or so. So we're gonna call the check-in time 1:30. I assume I'll be back around like 7:30-ish tonight, and then I'll keep my makeup on, maybe do 1 check-in right when I get home and then 1 right before I go to bed. I'll talk to you when I come back for my first check-in. Okay, so it has been a hot minute since I filmed my first portion of this video, so I just decided to wait and do a final check-in. You can't see that, but it's 11:12 p.m. at night, 9.5, 10 hours, because my last check-in was at 1:30 and it is almost 11:30, so it has been a while. As I said, I was out in the sun, I was inside a bit, I had a nap for an hour on this side of my face. I think this foundation held up incredibly well, especially because there are no claims on the site or on the bottle regarding longevity. I would say that this held up better than the Bare With Me foundation does, and that claims to have 8 hours wear on it. So this having held up for 9 hours, obviously it helps that I powdered, but I do just think it looks very healthy on my skin. I think this is a really, really good foundation match for me. It didn't oxidize crazy. And then as for the finish and the texture, there's just the tiniest bit of sheen and glow on my forehead and then my cheek area. You guys saw all I did today was highlighter, bronzer, brows, and then the foundation and powder. So up close, you can see that there is a little bit more texture, especially in this area above my lip. There's a little bit of texture. I think the forehead definitely held up the best. We're still looking pretty good and smooth in the between the brow area. But for over 9 hours of wear time, I think that this is an incredible foundation, especially for the price and the fact that you get a normal amount of product. And it's not overly glowy. The fact that it's called Born to Glow, if you're looking for an insanely glowy foundation, I don't know if this is going to be it. It does look really, really healthy, and you can definitely see my skin shining through. I think if you only set like minimal areas like under the eyes, maybe the chin area, and you used a really illuminating base like the NYX strobing cream, I think you could really amp up the glow on this. I think the fact that I didn't use any glowy primers and then I did set it with powder and I still have this nice healthy luminous finish, I think that really does indicate that it is a glowier foundation. So I'm not sure how those of you with oily skin would like it, especially because it is breaking up for me in the areas that I do produce a little bit more oil. So that is all that I have for you guys. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what you think about this foundation. Are you interested in it? Are you going to try it? And be sure to give this video a thumbs up, a like if you did enjoy it. It really helps me kind of figure out what you guys like to see and what you don't like to see so much. So if you do like to see these videos and you love foundation tests, then give it a thumbs up so that I know to continue doing them. And as always, I hope you had an absolutely awesome day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!